Previously on the Privateer.
I'm about to get a checkup from the neck up.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Adam.
Just working on high-level functioning. What if we don't get where we want to go in the time we want to be there?
We'll see a pretty heavy breath and heart rate from him today. Just line your torso, line your core.
Race day is approaching. Following from Johan's advice, Adam heads up to track walk the now-released Whistler EWS course. The course looks like it's going to suit Adam's strengths, and he's feeling good heading into the main event. To top it off, he's going to be walking down the course with Mavic athlete and current EWS series leader, Sam Hill. Sam is able to give Adam some truly money-can't-buy advice, and the pair walk down 2 stages, checking out lines in preparation for practice.
Do you do anything to relax, or are you just... How do you relax?
Just, I don't know, hanging out, watching Netflix or something, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been watching Harry Potter this week actually.
Yeah.
It's been getting me ready for the week.
Getting you fired up.
Yeah.
I think if you like straighten up that rock, off that rock.
Oh yeah.
Come out sort of here, near the tape, and then you can go tighter left near these bushes.
Yeah.
And you're not going to fall in that big hole on the right. You need to get your bike through the day and keep it in one piece as well as your body. So just by going to the left there, you're running a smoother line. If you're running into giant holes like that, for 40 minutes worth of race, then you probably got a good chance of breaking something. And I'd say the majority of people are just going to run into that hole and make it bigger and bigger before you get to your race.
It's going to be massive, isn't it? Some of these lines that avoid the holes, they look like it's a long way around, but it's probably either the same speed or but the benefit of avoiding the holes is that much greater.
Yeah, I think even if the line doesn't look like the quickest line, and the main line with all the holes is the quicker one, you're probably going to go the same speed in the smooth line because your bike and your body's not taking all those hits.
Right.
So especially on the course of 5-minute track sort of thing. Yeah. It's gonna save itself as you're going down. Yeah, you come out of that turn and then you've obviously got the split lanes around this tree stump. Right. Into a left-hander that sort of gets a bit steeper. That corner's pretty loose, so if you can get out of this turn and take the right-hand lane and stay up on those tree roots sort of against the edge of that moss, it's going to open your turn up a lot more when you drop into that left. Whereas if you came on the left here, you're going to have to take that corner slower, tighter. Yeah. Your exit's not going to be as good, which will then slow you down. So it's even going to be a bit smoother for you if you can stay up there in the right spot, because you're going to miss out riding over these 2 big holes and dropping into the corner. Looking forward, you'll see this chopped down tree and you'll know that you've got to get high up there.
Remember that?
Yeah, remember that guy. And the smoother you are on the brakes and that sort of thing, the more traction you'll have.
Right. You try and visualise it?
Yeah, parts.
Yeah.
Or like if I know there's a tricky section coming up, I try and remember like something before that'll trigger you in your memory, and then you'll know like either what's coming or that you got to be cautious coming into a section.
So in the video with Johan, he walks down and he'll take pictures of like a point like this that is key to remember. He'll take a picture and then he'll make some notes, sort of say blind roll coming up. Yeah. And then he'll try and remember and visualise it from that.
I thought you were going to tell me Johan runs the tracks or something. Yeah, on his cyclocross bike naked maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do the same thing, but by just sort of finding something on the trail before that will trigger my memory, and then doing it that way, I guess. This is another spot if you come down. You can come down the edge of the track here and be half a metre from the main line, but you're missing all the holes. So it's a pretty simple thing when you're standing here, but I guarantee if you were here in practice, 90% of the people will be hitting all them holes.
What would you do here, Sam?
So here we've got a few roots, a bit of a rock slab into a left, and the roots are all sort of pushing you to the inside where you don't want to go. So I'll be looking at hitting these first few roots where it's smooth and flat, and then sort of trying to jump a little bit over to the outside, set up wide. Once you sort of land over the other side, you can do some braking and then let off the brakes and just fall into the turn. That'll carry really good speed down that next straight because it's quite long and goes back uphill. So
crucial
So
point.
yeah, pretty crucial point. If you need to slow down a bit before and then get across the roots and slow down again, rather than if you try braking on all this stuff, it might pull you down to the inside.
Did you used to have any bad habits when you started racing?
I'm not sure about bad habits, but when I first started racing World Cups, I guess it took me a while to find my limit and be able to put down consistent race runs, and a lot of crashes and that sort of thing. But I think that's part of learning how hard to push during a race and not get carried away with it, and try too hard, and also what you're capable of. So without crashing and making mistakes, you can't learn from it. So it's all part of the process.
You don't actually know how fast you are if you didn't get to the bottom.
Yeah, that's it. I used to, when I was younger, just session corners and keep going faster each time until you wash out, and then you know to back it off a little bit, and that's your limit. So
would you recommend sessioning turns to the youth?
Yeah, for sure. It's where you make up your time in the corners.
Yeah.
Because down here you got a bit of a chicane kink sort of thing. If you can get like into this main line and then sort of cut across those roots, and on the left hand side of the track you'll straighten that whole section up there. So again, it's just maybe setting up a bit earlier, but then you're gonna reap the rewards of the speed and the straight line further down.
Pay off in the left-hander.
Yeah, for sure.
Biggest mental hurdles when you're younger racing?
I think the toughest thing mentally is like dealing with nerves in the start gate.
Yeah.
Especially racing downhill if you qualify first.
Right.
You're the last dude at the top, and
nerve-wracking a bit.
Yeah, until you've done it a few times, it's pretty scary, and you don't know what the next 3 minutes has got in store for you.
How do you find the pressure to perform and win consistently?
I think most of the pressure I get is from myself wanting to win, and I guess not let my team and sponsors down. Sort of the quicker you go on this stuff, you can sort of like pick little bits of roots and holes and sort of jump little bits and double things and make the trail smoother for yourself. And yeah, you don't want to be on the brakes as much as that dude. Stay off the brakes, and it'll make these holes smoother as well, because you're not putting that force on your bike to go into them as hard.
Right, so what would you do down here, Sam?
I'd be coming in, slowing down a little bit at the start of the rock. I'd be looking to get on that right hand line at the bottom. Once you get to the bottom of the rock, see on the right where it's smooth, and you're going to miss the holes in the main line.
Yeah.
And you're also going to open that corner up a bit, so you can hit the turn a bit faster and come out with more speed.
Yeah.
So rather than flying down this rock, jamming on the brakes and losing your speed down there, I'd wash a bit of speed off right here as you're coming over the start of the rock.
Right.
And get set up for that right hand line that's going to be smoother, and you almost get around there without using the brakes too much at all.
Right. Would you go wide at the top or just at the bottom?
I'd just be trying to stay a little bit left as you come onto the rock, and then cut back to the right around where once you just get past this tree.
Yeah.
So you're not going right in the bushes, you're staying just on the right of all the bumps, really.
Right, yeah.
If I do have something go on during a run, try and not think about it.
Right.
And just focus again.
Yeah.
Rather than try and think, oh, I made that mistake, and worry yourself and think you have to make up for it. Drag it off and keep calm.
Coming up on the next episode of The Privateer, it's time to ride.